This is Ruger Security 380 versus time. Portions of today's video were filmed at the beautiful Banner Shooting Range. Let's hit the range. Okay, here we are out at the beautiful Banner Shooting Range here again today. You might notice we have a little bit of weather to contend with. Don't worry, it's not too bad, just a little bit of rain. We're in the mid-30s, so we could be getting a ton of snow right now, so we're going to take rain over snow. Today, what we're doing in this video, it should be a fun one. Some people will find it a little controversial. I think it's a good one. What we're doing is, this one is Security 380 versus time. And what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the Ruger Security 380, which is the 380 version of the Ruger Security 9 platform, we'll say. And then we're going to take a look at two firearms that, in my opinion, precede the Security 9 series. And what are they? They're going to be the Ruger SR9 and then we're going to take a look at a design that predates that one that I consider the grandfather to them, the Ruger P95 series, or P series. The P95 happens to be the one that I have. We are going to start out with the grandfather, the great-grandfather, we'll say, the P95. Most of our magazines, we're just going to load with 10 shots here today for rounded numbers' sake. The P95, this is a external hammer-fired, single-action, double-action pistol. You would call it, some would call it a Wonder 9. It definitely fits in that class. And this is one that many, many years ago, Ruger, if you believe the internet, designed trying to be in the pistol trials that got the Beretta 92, the military version of that, in service. So let's see how this firearm competes. Today we're going to start, our first shot will be double action. The next 9 shots will be single action. This one we will fire at our left-hand target. I will fire at the center bullseye. We'll do 2 magazines. Here we go. Combat reload. I'm calling that a very respectable group for me out there. Our first shot, our double action shot, I think was about either touching left side of the bullseye or just off the left side of the bullseye. Now we are going to do our SR9C. This is the compact version of the SR9 series, which is, I preferred the SR9C. They did have full-size versions, so some people are going to say not quite fair. We don't care. SR9C, this is Ruger's first striker-fired commercially available pistol. We will shoot this one at the right-hand target. When you look at the pictures, other than the striker-fired mechanism, in my opinion, you can see many features that came from the P series before it. Let's see how it puts holes in paper now. Right-hand target, center bullseye. Same thing, 2 10-round magazines. Combat reload. If I can find the magazine. There we go. A little easier when you got 15 round mags in the P95 and you only got 10 in there. Here we go. I'm a little to the left slightly, that's just me. A little different trigger between these firearms, obviously, with one being striker fired, one being external hammer fired. Get some of this brass out our way. Okay, we have 15 rounds in one of these magazines, so 380 is getting a little 5-shot bump in there. Here we go. This is the Ruger now Security 380. This is the 380 version of the Security 9 platform. Other than the slide that's been lightened a little, and it being given Ruger's light rack setup, and being chambered in 380, it's otherwise the same as the 9mm. Center target of our top target now. Now this is internal hammer fired as opposed to the external hammer fired on the P95. And what that means is it has Ruger's secure action or safe action. I get Ruger and Glock confused on that. It's one of the two. It has Ruger's trigger, which is sort of a hybrid between a single action and a double action trigger. It's supposed to give you a more consistent trigger pull from one round to the next, very similar to, say, a striker fired pistol. Let's see how it does now. Safety works. Oh, helps if we put a round in the firearm. A little low on this one. That's just the difference in the sights. I'll aim up a little bit. I was doing the combat, or 6 o'clock low. Now we'll do the combat sighting. Still a little bit low. A wider group out there. A lot of the group difference is the sights on these firearms. The Security 380, while it has this nice high visibility sight, for me personally, the giant diameter on this filament negatively affects how pinpoint I can get my groups. That's just me. I haven't changed the sights because it's very easy to see that high visibility sight, which is a plus. So far, I would say the P95, which would be the one I've shot by far the least, is winning the battle in groups on paper. SR9C a little behind. Security 380 significantly behind. Let's see how we do after a reload. We will slow down our shooting and see if speed, or I should say how much speed, cleans up our groups by shooting slower. Okay, we have our magazines. We're loaded with 10 rounds in each of them. What we're going to do now is we're going to do our modified drill we do in some of our videos, where I am going to do 2 shots with my right-handed, two-handed grip, my normal grip. Then we will transition and we will do 3 shots right-handed, transition and do 3 shots left-handed, and then we will finish with 2 shots with our off-handed, two-handed grip. Then we will reload and we will do a measured 10 shots at a different bullseye. We will do our drill at the top left-hand corner of each target, and then our measured 10-shot second magazine at the top right-hand target. We're going to start again with our P95, and just to keep it sort of similar, actually no, we are going to do the first shot double action, since that's a feature of this firearm. So here we go. 2 shots, two-handed grip, 3 shots right-handed, 3 shots left-handed, 2 shots left-handed, two-handed grip. Shooting at the top left-hand bullseye, reload, 10 measured shots, right-hand bullseye, top right-hand. Ooh, those right-handed ones were pretty decent. That one was a little high, but it was on the paper. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll say 6 of 10 we'll have to review with target cam. 3 of them are technically on the target. Not spectacular, but with practice, the weight of this firearm, I think, would be the easiest of the three for me to successfully do the one-handed shooting. First shot of the 10 will be double action. Here we go. 10 measured shots. Now I just have to remember to actually shoot slow. Oh, that was terrible. That was me. We'll have to review the footage. Some of those are good. I feel like half of them I don't know where they went, which is weird. Okay, we're going to repeat now with our SR9C. There is one hit in our target. Ignore that one if you can. I'll try. Same as before. We might have a better group out there with our SR9C. We'll have to count it up on camera when we can subtract previous hits. Here we go, 10 measured shots now at the top right-hand target. And I'm calling that a very good group for me out there with the SR9. This firearm has always been extremely good. I think it's been underrated when it was in production, and it's still underrated today. Okay, let's see if the Security 380 can clutch it up and contend. We will do the top right-hand target with the 15-round magazine only loaded with 10. Same drill as the other two. Here we go. We'll subtract one at the end. Nowhere near as pretty of a group out there with the Security 380, that's for sure. I feel like we were all around the target. Let's do our 10 measured shots. There's one hit in the top right. Ignore that one if you can. Here we go. Okay, yeah, we're definitely a little low with this ammo. It's not shooting, not patterning, I would say, very well out there for us. That is what it is. Holes on paper don't lie, right? Let's reload and we'll do one more. Okay, we are down to our final 3 magazines of the day. And what I'm going to do is this pretty much similar to before. But I'm going to change which target I'm shooting at with the Security 380. I'm going to aim at the bottom right target of our right-hand target, just so we have a target that we're not shooting up diagonally up at. Not that it's going to make a difference, but I just want to shoot that one just in case. We will shoot the SR9C at the bottom left-hand target of that one, even though it has 3 hits in the target zone. We can ignore those. The P95, we will shoot at the bottom right-hand target of our left-hand target. We're going to start with that one. And on these final 10, we will just do all 10 single action. We're going to try to get the best group we possibly can on paper. Oh, excuse me. The 9mm ammo we've been firing today is the Blazer 115 grain full metal jacket. The 380 ammo we've been firing is the Winchester Target and Range 95 grain full metal jacket. Okay, bottom left-hand target, 10 shots. I'm going to try to get the best group I possibly can out there on paper in the bottom right-hand bullseye. Not a very spectacular group. Patterning in the right area, just a little lower than I would like. Let's see how we do now with the SR9C. Bottom left hand of the right hand target. We're going to have to subtract 3 from the hit total, unless we just blow an entire hole out of the bullseye. Here we go. We'll have to review the footage. I'm going to call that, so from this distance it looks like a comparable group. Okay, Security 380, this is your time to shine. 10 measured shots, bottom right hand corner. It's the cleanest of all the bullseyes that are left. Let's see how you can do. The rain even let up a little for you to give you the best chance possible. Yeah, this one is definitely about 3 to 4 inches low with this ammo, with the sight completely covering the bullseye. I should have brought a different ammo to compare, but it is what it is. It's group-ish. I'm going to say so far the SR9C wins. We'll need to review the footage when we get home. But since we have a quiet range... Alright, we have finished our day at the range, and as luck would have it, as soon as we pack up, what happens? The rain stops. Every time. But anyway, let's get to the conclusion here. Since we had such a fantastic, quiet range today, I thought we would shoot our conclusion here at the range for once. And I think what we can say is with all 3 firearms, from the P95, the great-grandfather, to the grandfather, the SR9 series, to now the father of the family, the Security 9, aka, or for us, the Security 380 side, is all 3 firearms are capable firearms. They're all reliable firearms. As far as accuracy goes, I think we can say that the P95 and this SR9C were the more accurate of the 3. So is that the firearm or the user or the sights? I think a lot of that difference comes down to the sights and then obviously the user. I have shot the SR9C by far the most of the bunch, the P95 by far the least of the bunch, and the Security 380 sandwiched in between. And I would say, depending on which segment you were looking at, the P95 or the SR9C was the winner in the accuracy bunch. The the Security 380 was a little behind, though again I think that comes down to the big fiber optic high visibility sight and how I happen to shoot that firearm. I think there are those users who will shoot it certainly much more accurately than I did today. Some people might say, well, it's just that Winchester range ammo, and that's a possibility. That ammo did seem to shoot a little lower than expected compared to the other ammo, but again, that's probably just the user. In any event, I think we see three very good firearms. If you do see the P95 or the SR9 series on a used shelf for a good price, think about picking one up because they're very good. And still today, that Security 380 new in 2022 and still new today, you can find in some places as low as $249 brand new on a shelf. Hard to pass up at that price. You might just buy one for each drawer in the house. Well, anyway, we hope you enjoyed today's video. Thanks for watching, and as always, have a good day.